worth of crack in his crack. Yeah, and his crack friends, when they found out, they commented, "Hey man, that was some pretty good shit." Yeah.
On your face and that twinkle eye, I bet I know what you're thinking. Either you're a fat Mexican or a gay Samoan. But just to answer your question and everybody else's, I am Mexican. Thank you. Well, you're probably all wondering, yeah, how did you wiggle under the fence? Well, just picture a watermelon going through a cheese grater.
You know, in every single family, there's a kid that you can tell at a very, very young age is going to turn out to be gay. You know what I'm talking about. Seriously, like the other day, my nephew hops in the car and he's like, "Hey, Uncle Ruben, man, play some music. I want to hear like the Village People. Play some Queen." I'm just like, oh geez, man, that kid's going to be gay. And then I realized, those are my CDs.
And my heart is bursting and my nose is bleeding. I don't give a shit where all this sleep. And I weigh 80 pounds. Now people ask me, Eric, is this song biographical? Do I look like I weigh fucking 80 pounds? Well, I couldn't get into the party because there wasn't a ramp. I couldn't play football at summer camp. Some people say that I am pathetic. I got no cash, no money for fancy prosthetics. I got the handicap blues. I got the handicap blues. I got the handicap blues, and I have to wear a special pair of shoes.
The girl comes along, is like, "Hey, here's a poodle. Make sure you water that." You know, and I looked at my buddy and I said, "I could do that job, dude. I know what it'd be like too. It'd be like I'm all dressed up like a clown and it'd be like, squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. Hey, it's a snake. Huh? And I'm not a total asshole. I mean, once the kids start crying, I'd zip up my pants.
Business career I can start into, past Lower Beaver, and I thought I would open up a liquor store, call it Lower Beaver Liquor. Then, if that one doesn't work out, I can always transfer it over to Beaver Avenue, call it Beaver Liquor.
For those of you who haven't met me, which would be just about all of you, I spent 14 years in law enforcement, and due to a terrible accident became disabled and couldn't do it anymore. Jammed my wrist, put the 50-gallon drum of coffee into the squad car, and eventually the mayor noticed I could no longer do a critical function. I just couldn't hold two jelly donuts in one hand and coffee in the other at the same time.
I was recently in California, and while driving there, you know, I saw signs for Hidden Valley and Hidden Meadows. And I saw a big problem with this. I mean, it's not really hidden if you have a sign that points out the direction of where something is. But I had a fun vacation. I got to play with some dolphins. Gave one a little hug, a little kiss. Pointless fact. Dolphins taste a lot like condoms. Perhaps I've said too much.
Drinking. You ever black out behind the wheel? Then you just wake up in the middle of the floor, like car still running, doors open, pants down around your ankles. You got shaving cream on your ass and in your face. That never happened.
Been peeing on the carpet and I couldn't figure out why, so I took the cat to the vet, and the vet said, "Well, that's the cat's way of letting you know that there's a problem." And I thought, that's pretty cool. The cat can't talk, so it pees on the carpet to let me know that there's a problem. So the next day, I went into work and I took a shit on my boss's desk. That way, he knows that there's a problem. And then he took me to the vet and yeah, we neutered.
I can't understand why prostitution isn't legal. I mean, it's perfect for a guy like me. I mean, and the problem isn't that it's not legal, because it is some places, it's just not accepted. What they need is a marketing campaign, okay? They need to put it out there as a timeshare. Think about this, okay? You pay for the time you use, You get something to cover your head, and then you don't pay for it when you're not using it. Somebody else does. You know, but I've never really paid for sex anyway. I don't want you to think I have. I always run out before I have to pay him.
Like, he's gonna finish up his governor thing. They're gonna come out Terminator 4, and how many are they gonna make? Like 8, 12? Well, it's gonna be like. You would ask me, are you a Saracana? She'd be like, I told you 8 times, I'm sorry if you're forgetting. God dang it, I'm tired. Fuck the future. 74 years old.
I witnessed a small boy, probably 4 or 5 years old. He was asking his father for a gumball. And you know, anything you could be said here, the father would be like, yes, you can have a gumball. No, you've had enough sugar today, anything. But this father goes on to say, what the hell do you think this is? Your birthday. This kid, what kind of birthday does this kid have to get a fucking gumball?